Well, thanks for staying with Newsnight. Here's another exclusive from our reporter, Michael Appel. Emerging construction contractors in the Northwest claim a government training program has left many of them destitute. Now, some contractors go as far as saying the program ruined their lives. Michael Appel joins me in studio just to give us the context of the story. Michael, now we know that whenever we don't see you, it's because you're somewhere out digging out literally what lies beneath the surface. So perhaps let's get into a bit more detail about this exclusive you have for us tonight. What have you found out in the Northwest?
So it's a story that in essence dates back to 2013, late 2013, when this Vukuphile project is advertised in local media. 65 contractors. These are people that are very eager to get into business. They promise they're going to be the next Murray and Roberts, and these are young black startups that are getting into the industry. There's certain construction industry levels, so the higher your level, the higher the project value you are given in a tender. So they're trying to break into the higher levels. In theory, a brilliant program, this Vukuphile project, or this program. It's worked in other provinces. This is the Northwest. Things don't always go according to plan in the Northwest. This we know. And it's around about the time Thandi Modise is leaving and Michael is coming in, just to add a bit of spice to the story. So 65 contractors are chosen. They're each forced by government, if they want to join, to employ 5 people. So 6 people per contractor. It's 390 people. And then there's about 12 to 13,000 EPW, Expanded Public Works Program, individuals that are going to be divided amongst them to help them with these projects. They'll get 1 project per year over 3 years. 6 months into it, it collapses. According to the contractors, the money disappears, the money dries up. They start injecting their own money into government projects, and this is where it all goes terribly wrong.
Let's talk about what these projects entail. What, number one, were they contracted to work on, and what work did they continue to do even after a government stopped paying them? So
some of the contractors, depending on their resources, depending on their skills, were given renovation of certain houses, renovation of certain government departments. Some had to build roads. One of the contractors was given a project just to tar 5 kilometers of road. He could only, after 2 years, do 1.8 kilometers. So he started renting out, or he started using his own buckies to be able to help some of the other contractors, and they started pooling their resources together. Some of them put their houses up as surety at the bank to get loans. One of the contractors you'll hear from later in the story, he's lost his wife, he's lost his kids, he's lost his business, he's lost his house, he's got nothing. One of the gentlemen says everything's been attached by the bank, by the court. Everything in his house is attached. He's lost absolutely everything.
Collectively, Michael, are you able to estimate how much money we're talking about that is owed to these contractors?
According to one of the contractors, who represents on a spreadsheet about 7 of the contractors, 7 different companies, there's 7 million rand. In the grand scheme of government expenditure, it's a drop in the ocean. To these people, it's everything. 750 million rand was spent. This is a confirmed figure from the Department of Public Works in the Northwest on this program. 750 million rand.
So 750, that entire amount has already been fully spent. So that means that these contractors, at least if the books are anything to go by, should have been fully paid for their 3-year contracts by now.
Well, this is where a dispute has arisen. Some of the contractors have taken the department to court. They're litigating privately. Some, because they just don't have the resources, have turned to the public protector in the Northwest, and then in turn has turned to the national public protector. And it's been roughly almost 2 years since they've lodged their complaint. Time is not in their favor, and they're asking, come on, Department of Public Works. We've had to put our own money in. We've lost, some of us have lost our businesses completely. It's about time that you come to the rescue. Help us fulfill the obligation that was part of that 3-year contract.
Have you been able to track down the paper trail, Michael, and what did they do with that money?
Well, that is a follow-up story. But 750 million rand was spent. It is now about asking which projects did the Vukuphile program, which construction projects did they build? Let's go have a look at them. That's a follow-up.